we learn things for sure. And an easy way, or maybe not easy, but an amazing way to help you develop your skills is to have a mentor. Now, when I first got into BNI in 2005, there was no such thing as a mentor coordinator. There weren't mentors at all. There wasn't the passport program. And over the years, what BNI has been able to do to create a more powerful mentorship program has been phenomenal. And so I'm super excited today to be joined by Anita Jack. She's joining us from Johannesburg, Africa. Welcome, Anita.
Hi, everyone.
So very glad to have you with us. We're going to talk a little bit about to be a mentor, what's in it for me. However, before we get into the what's in it for me, I thought we could explore a teeny bit the power of mentorship in BNI.
Yeah, sure, Tiffany. So, do you remember that first day you walked into a BNI meeting? How daunting it is, how overwhelming it is. It was like all these jargon. What's going on? I don't understand anything. And everything sounded like Greek, obviously, if you were in Greek. So everything just been so daunting as it is. And then you have to get up and speak. Everything is it's just so much. And as a new member, that doesn't get easier because then there's more things to worry. There's power of one, there's this, there's that. And it's like all the stuff that we kind of sign up to do. All of this, that's why being a mentor in BNI, having a mentor is so important. Our mentorship program really help our members to get on board, to understand how to optimally use this amazing marketing structured system. And because there's so much that is available, it really helps to have a mentor to guide you, to show you what's best, understanding your business and go, where's the best place to start? What's the must know things? And then how do we implement it and help you get the most out of BNI?
I love it. I love it. And yes, there's so much jargon. And my first networking event ever was a BNI meeting. So not only did I have to figure out BNI, I had to figure out networking. I was like, what in the world is going on? So mentors can definitely help. Now, before we get into the what's in it for me, I do want to let y'all know we are happy. Please share your questions, thoughts in the comments, whether you're watching this on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. They will pop up here. Though do know sometimes if you're connected on Facebook, you might want to share your name in the comment, or if you go to restream.io/FB, then we can see who you are. Because sometimes we get like this amazing Facebook user who's like, hello, Tiffany and Anita. Hello, whomever you are on Facebook. Though sometimes if you're connected, it does show up. So Brenda Stevens, hi, so glad to have you joining us today. And we have Evie. Hey, Miss Consistently Tenacious Tiffany. I like that. I like the T to be tenacious, so brilliant. And LinkedIn does usually go a little bit easier. Oh, our hello came from Scott. Hello to you, Scott. So we're super excited today. We've talked a little bit about being a mentor, but really we want to get into the what's in it for me to say yes, because it is going to take a little bit of your time. Before we do that, though, I want to introduce formally Anita. She is an 8-year BNI member, an area director in Johannesburg, South Africa. She's an experienced marketing professional for 15 years until she got very ill in 2012. And through her journey of recovery, she discovered her passion in helping others to lead a healthy and fulfilled life. Since then, she's qualified as a specialized kinesiologist. Did I say that right?
Kinesiologist, yeah.
All right. A master life coach, family constellations practitioner, and an exercise specialist. And she now runs a wellness center with a boutique aerial and dance fitness studio in Malberton. I'm like learning new places, learning new things, and I wish it was closer to me because that sounds like a ton of fun. So besides being the owner of Elevate Horizons, she's the area director, as I mentioned, and she's a triple gold badge member, which means she's invited and had a lot of those guests turn into members. She's a cat mom, a foodie, a night owl. She loves board games, computer games, traveling, learning new things, and she volunteers at her local victim support unit. Something that not many people know about her is she was a lead dancer and singer in a musical called Babes on Broadway. Welcome, Anita. So glad to have you here. We've got a few other people coming in watching us. Anne-Marie Ziegler, greetings. Good to see y'all. So if you have questions and comments as we go through today to talk about what's in it for me on the mentorship, go ahead and put those in the comments. Otherwise, Anita, tell me a little bit about what's in it for me to be a mentor.
Well, mentorship is really one of the greatest roles that I love. Other than VP, we were talking about earlier today. What's your favorite role? VP and mentor coordinator is my two favorites. And we talk about give us gain a lot in BNI because that's our core philosophy. So I think being a mentor really does amplify that, give us that gain. So there's two parts here: you give and you gain. So yes, you're giving off your time, you're giving off your experience, sharing all of that as a mentor, but you also gain. And and that's the part that people forget. They go, oh, so much time to be a mentor. I don't have the experience, the time, or the energy to mentor someone properly. But we forget about, as we're mentoring someone, there's a lot of gains along the way that's going to also help ourselves as the mentor. So, 3 points that I think add to the giver's gain of mentorship. First, you build much stronger relationships. Isn't that one of our core value as well? You build much stronger relationship. Imagine you spending your time to uplift someone, to help somebody. That credibility that you're going to earn, that is really, really going to be on another level. I remember people that I have mentored. So often I'm not the official mentor of someone appointed in a chapter, but being the sponsor of a new member, I really, really try to help them. I want to make sure that they're successful in BNI. I didn't just invite them so that they can be a number, in a chapter. I want them to grow. I want their business to thrive. So I sort of, even if I'm not appointed as the mentor, I sideline, sort of do that. And you definitely build stronger relationship. Most of my mentee are really good friends of mine because of the relationship we built. And and nothing like where you selflessly giving of your time. Your mentee also understand that. And so a quick shout out to all of those that are helping me move this weekend. Most sponsored by me. I'm moving house on Saturday, and when I was telling some of my friends in Vienna I'm moving, and a lot of my mentees just went, "We're coming. Just tell us. We'll move your stuff for you and help you." And that's the kind of relationship. I never thought that I'm moving and then I have half my chapter and my region coming to move. I think
Nice.
I'm more hands than furniture at this stage. And that is the kind of relationship you build. And secondly, I'd say being part of someone's success. I mean, that is just so rewarding. Being a mentor, you inspire, you empower, you support. And having that, nothing like taking someone with you on that journey. Like in Ivan Meisner's book, he talks about it's not who's in your story, but whose story are you in.
Yeah.
And for me, that is so powerful, is to be able to bring someone along, to actually see them thrive, to see them being successful. That feeling, it's so worth it. Just that feeling of you've helped someone see their business grow, see them grow as a person, because it's not just business that we help mentor, it's their personal growth. And it's just such an amazing feeling. I think nothing beats that. That feeling is amazing, that you can say, I was a part of it. And thirdly, I would say you get so much more visibility, credibility, that obviously can lead to profitability. And we talk about that a lot in BNI. It's not just creating visibility and credibility with the person you're mentoring, but it's everyone in the chapter. Because, we know who's mentor. I mean, at the end of the day, we all know those things. And when someone else sees that someone you're mentoring is doing so well, they're going to have so much more credibility for you to go, how are they doing it? Maybe
Mm.
I should also go and speak to their mentor and learn from them and build relationship and see how I can help myself grow. And that also, in a way, creates much better culture in your chapter, and more people successful in the chapter, more members, more thank you for closed business, more referrals. They all naturally flow from there. When everyone in your chapter do well, everyone will do even better together.
I love how you pull in the better together, that concept that we've had in BNI for a while. And yeah, I think that anytime we can make all of the chapter members better, they talk about the tide rises all ships. And so if we can help all the members get better, and the entire team just thrives and takes it to the next level and takes it to the next level.
Totally. And I mean, think about it. The best way to learn for yourself is to teach. So when you're mentoring someone and teaching and helping someone, you learn that as well. You relearn that and you refresh your memory, and you yourself can be a better member, better business person, and better person in general.
Love it. Love it. So we do have coming in from Johannesburg. So I assume you know Bjorn?
Björn, yes.
Born. All right. It's always fun with people from all over the globe, meeting them and messing up their names, but I try to do it only once. So we've got a question. What are the best way to establish boundaries during mentoring? And I think this is a really amazing question, because we've done some mentoring. We've probably all had that one or two people that really, they almost want to suck up all your time and energy. And I don't even let people that pay me do that. Like, there still has to be boundaries. So what would be some of your recommendations on helping create boundaries during mentorship? Great question, Maura.
Totally. Yes, great question. And that is, I agree with you, so important. You don't set the boundary up front, then it's free game for everybody. So I definitely, when I start mentoring, I would recommend that you set structured time where you spend with each other and stick to that time. Yeah, if there's an emergency, but we're talking about BNI, there's not that much emergency as such. But I would say setting structured time that you agreed on to meet and stick to that time. Time is very important to set boundaries, and having that initial session as well. So secondly would be the initial session that you have with the mentee, to actually understand the expectation and what are there to just clarify what you're there to help them with, so that you also understand what they need help with and what are you going to be providing, and that upfront, because you can have multiple mentors that are good at certain things that help you. So establish that in the beginning, establish a structured time and stick to that.
I love that. And it made me think about, I have a client, because in my programs, you get so much coaching a month, but I have one client who every once in a while will have an issue, and he'll send me a text. Tiffanie, I have a quick question. Do you have 5 or 10 minutes anytime soon? And I'll go to my calendar and be like, yeah, I can talk at 2:20 today for 5 minutes, or 15 minutes tomorrow at 12:15. And so I kind of do the schedule, and we're able to kind of squeeze it in if it's urgent. But like you said, in BNI, there's not usually super, super urgent stuff. So I love the idea of, create those boundaries of time. And also, you don't have to answer all the questions. Anita and I were just at, for those of y'all that weren't with us, the WWDC Power Team group this morning. We were talking about our favorite leadership team roles. And one of my favorite roles is the president. And I love the fact that you don't have to do it all, and you can delegate and send it to people. So if you're a mentor and they ask you about something that's beyond the scope of your role as mentor, hey, that's a great question for the MC or the vice president or the president or the educational coordinator. You can definitely share the mentoring opportunity with other people if it's beyond the scope of your role.
Definitely. And we don't know it all. No one does. So, if you don't know it, then you don't know it. Then it's like, either I'll find out for you, or like you say, speak to education coordinators, speak to MC, speak to the people that know about that topic.
Yeah. I'm very big on, I'll be talking to somebody like, oh, I have a question on this. And I'm like, ooh, there's a BNI podcast for that. Now, there is not a BNI podcast for everything, but with 800 BNI podcasts, there's a BNI podcast for a lot of things. That doesn't even take into account BNI Business Builder. So I definitely think of myself as I've got a lot up here, but there's a lot of other resources. So go to BNI Business Builder, go to BNI Podcast if time is
Yes.
an issue.
And on BNI Business Builder, you can assign. So I do
Mm.
that a lot because that is a great way of keeping people also accountable, because you assign something, you can assign dates, right? And you can assign it to your mentee, assign it to your chapter member, topics that that comes up. And I mean, we've got great tools in BNI, so use it we all can learn and help each other from that.
Yeah. I remember when, we had like 3 books and a member orientation CD, and that was it. Now we have, I don't know if it's hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of hours of content. There's plenty of that out there to share with your mentee. So
Right.
as we begin to kind of wrap up, so this is your last call, those of you watching live, any other additional questions or comments you want to put in the chat? Anita, tell us a little bit more about what you do as your business when you're not helping those members have more money and more success in BNI. Tell us a little bit more about Elevate Horizons.
Great. Thanks, Tiffany. Yes, I still help people. So I help people overcome challenges, whether they are physical challenges, emotional challenges, or mental belief related challenges, because all 3 of those aspects impact on our health and well-being. So often we learn to just look at one, also very conditioned to look at one aspect. If I have a headache, I go and get something that helps with the headache. If I'm struggling with anxiety, I look at just that part. But all 3 of them work together. All 3 of these aspects work together. So I work with people who are struggling with challenges to find exactly how all 3 of them are impacted and how we can resolve it on a holistic level. And typically, clients don't need to keep repeating that same pattern. They often get headaches. They don't have to often get headaches anymore. Or they are feeling depressed. They don't have to keep feeling depressed. We can look at how we can help them holistically so that they are empowered to help themselves going forward.
Awesome. And where can we find you online?
You can look at my website, www.elevatehorizons.com. You're also welcome to email me. It's Anita@elevatehorizons.com. And I love to connect, do one-to-ones, and see how I can help you.
Yeah. And it's brilliant that even though that we don't have to be in South Africa to have you help us, we can be anywhere around the globe. There's this amazing thing called the internet nowadays. And so you can work with people all across the globe.
Definitely. Helping people around the world is so much easier nowadays. People are way more comfortable online now.
Yes. Like I got on to Zoom, I think 2017, because when like the COVID happened, I was looking back at how long I had a subscription. And I'm like, oh, I've been doing this for a little while. The thing was, I had been doing it for a while, but most of the world had not. So now it's like you either know how or you don't.
Yeah, you're early adopter, so.
Yeah. So in just a minute, I'm going to ask any last minute tip for those mentors or potential mentors that are out there. But I do want to say, so we talked about what's in it for me. First off, Anita shared that it helps you build those stronger relationships. Second, you get to be a part of someone's success. And I know it's always amazing as I see people that I've mentored and it's like, oh, wow, they are just knocking it out of the ballpark. And then third, being a mentor can help increase your visibility and credibility, not just with the people that you're mentoring, but with all the people in your chapter. So any final thoughts? I don't know why I can't say thoughts. Any final thoughts you want to share? I'm marrying the two with our audience on this idea of mentorship.
Well, I'd say if you haven't been a mentor, go and speak to your mentor coordinator and be one, and learn on the job. That's it. You've been a member, you have stuff to share. We all have things that we can share to help someone along in their journey. So let's all get involved. Everyone doing their little bit in a chapter. That's what makes a chapter successful.
I love it. I love it. And if you're watching this and you're what I like to call a veteran member, I don't call them old because some people get, old. but you've been around BNI for a while. I know it's easy for things to get a little stagnant sometimes. Like, yep, I'm doing this. I'm in my 9th year, my 10th year, my 20th year, my 30th year. And we're like, sometimes that mentorship is the little spark you need to help you get back engaged in creating results.
Definitely.
Well, thank you so very much, Anita, for being here to share this with us today.
Thank you, Tiffanie. It's been great here, and I loved having this chat with you and just sharing with everyone online.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So we'll be back next week, same time, same channel, 10:15 Eastern, wherever you happen to be watching this, that will be where it's at. And we will look forward to helping you be better at BNI. Happy networking.